It was a generational and ethnic shift in the city council elections in Minneapolis this week. The 7 new council members are all in their late 20s or early 30s. They include the first Latina, the first Hmong ever elected to the council, and they also include the first Somali-American ever elected not only to the Minneapolis City Council, but to any municipal office in the nation. And council member-elect Abdi Warsame joins us live now in studio. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right. Your election was striking because with all the ranked choice, very few people got to 50% on that first ballot. Not only did you get to 50% running against an incumbent, you had 64% of the vote on the very first ballot. Nobody else came close to that who was running opposed. How did you do it? A
lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. We had a good volunteer base, and we had a very good message, an inclusive message that resonated with the residents of Ward 6.
All right. Let's talk about the voting in Ward 6. I was at City Hall on Monday. People were doing their absentee voting. Every single person I saw standing in line to vote absentee was voting for, was a Somali-American. They must have all been voting for you. How did you galvanize, how did you get the community behind you?
I mean, basically what we did is we educated the community. We told them that the politics that affects their day-to-day life was the local politics. So they had problems with housing, they had problems with parking, they had problems with safety and security, education. All of those things are done on the local level. And we had a very good education program that basically galvanized the community and brought them out in numbers that have never been seen before.
All right. Like so many in the Somali community, you grew up, you were born in Somalia, you lived in London, you got a college degree there, a master's degree. You've only been in this country for 7 years. Did you ever think that you would hold this kind of an elective office? No.
I mean, it wasn't in my plans, nor did I dream of it. It's something that came, and the opportunity came up, and we seized upon it. And it was a great opportunity, and I'm very excited.
Right. And you are the head of the Cedar Riverside Neighborhood Tenants Association. Yeah. There's been a lot of publicity in the past few years about the attempts by a terrorist group, Al-Shabaab, to come to Minnesota and recruit young Somali-American men to bring them back to Somalia. What do you think about the efforts to combat that in the Somali-American community? Is enough being done, and do you hope to be part of that effort as a newly elected city council member?
I mean, what's important is that, that's a story that's been told and been publicized. But the true story that we need to take away from this election is that thousands of East Africans voted, they participated, they want to be part of the mainstream. There are hundreds of young East Africans that serve in the United States Army. There are some that serve, that protect our neighborhoods as police officers. So I think that's a story that we need to look into. And even what happened in the summer, there are no indications that there were any Somali Americans that were involved. So I think that episode is behind us now. And what we need to concentrate is building a better life in the United States and in the city of Minneapolis in particular.
Are there enough youth programs for young people? There's a group called Kajug that has done some wonderful work with summer camps for young people, out-of-school programs, but yet they said that there's a problem with funding. Is there enough, are there enough programs, do you feel, targeted towards young Somali Americans?
I don't think there are enough programs that targets youth in general, let alone the East African community. And I think that's one area that I want to work on, in creating mentorship programs, training programs, vocational job programs to get people into work and to get youths out of risk. So I think that's one thing. So no, the answer is there are not enough programs out there, and that's something that we need to work on to develop across the city of Minneapolis.
All right. And in addition to obviously being the candidate, you were your own campaign manager and your entire staff. Again, congratulations, and obviously we're going to be hearing a lot more from you, Abdi Warsame.
Thank you, Esme, and it's wonderful to be here today.
All right. Well, thank you, and again, congratulations.
Thank you.